Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy. Okay, if you use the Gourmet app, and I believe I just updated this too. I don't think I read up much on the new changes, but I know I updated to the new version. It doesn't seem to have many differences. But I've chosen this food app because it does give relatively significant, at least in a roleplay sense, buffs. So,
You lost? Welcome. I'm the owner and proprietor of Hunting Brew Meadery. Hunting Brew uses only the finest natural honey, not that sludge you'll find at Golden Glow Estate.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Hunting Brew Special. There it is. Permanently increases the duration of all alcohol effects by 100%. I think it starts out being worth about 2,500. Now it's down to 1,100 with my speech skill.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
You need something to do, or you just
Wow,
enjoy
this
slowing down
dude's a
the
little extra,
hard-working
huh?
folk?
Hey, Imar.
If you need to sample some of the finest mead in Skyrim,
Am I?
you're in the right place.
Okay, this looks like a boy band. Okay.
Good dog.
So, Hunting Brew Special. Okay, permanently increases the duration. It doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna have more than one of these. But that means that my spiced wine. Yeah, so it'll last for 900 seconds. Magic is increased by 50, stamina reduced by 50. It's kind of I did once go in and change its value, but I don't know. That coding went away somewhere, and that's fine. The other one means I will have to enter Riften, but I should pass the persuade check now. Saleya isn't terribly interested in being criminal. Particularly as she follows Akatosh. That might preclude us from doing the Assassin's Guild lines or the Thieves Guild lines. And as I play characters, their likes and dislikes evolve. I might want to do everything, but really at this point in time, we're coming here. I know we're going to have to speak to Maul, because he's going to force greet us at the entrance here. And she's preoccupied with Kaidan and not wanting to go near anything
Hold there.
dark
Before
because
I
she
let
doesn't
you
want
into
to put him at
Riften,
risk.
You need to pay the visitor's tax.
Do I? What's the tax for?
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
Because it's my money. This is obviously a shakedown.
All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
Sounds like a bear.
Well done.
Ah, it's a dead bear. Good job. Alright, so yeah, in a roleplay sense, Saleya is evolving, and although she might often
inside when you're ready.
begin with, the willingness to do just about everything, right now, she wants to protect her family from drawing the attention of Daedra and people in general who are not of goodwill. She's beginning to be a little bit anxious about her ability to do this.
Be careful, Mio. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back.
So it isn't.
One
She
snap of
isn't
her fingers,
really.
we could end up in Riften jail. Or
It
worse.
isn't as even necessarily an ethical question, more as a practical one. You're
I
shiny.
don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Just passing through.
Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Really nice armor. Who are the Blackbriars?
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business.
Yeah, I'm okay
Me?
with that.
I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
I'll just stay out of your way.
Suit yourself. I'll be at the docks if you change your mind.
It's a nice set of armor. Honestly, I have no idea which one of my mods that is.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses.
What's the point in having a
When you
bucket if
borrow
you're not gonna shit in it?
back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I do. But how was I to
Okay.
know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What?
I
Are you
usually
telling
help
me you
Shadra,
robbed
so
it?
we're
Why?
waiting.
Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
And I should be able to help him right
Have
away.
you heard?
Huh?
There's been another
What do you
dragon
want?
attack. Kynesgrove this time.
What kind of trouble are you in?
I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do.
Tell me the details.
I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me.
I'll help you pay off your debt.
You will? Oh, thank you.
You work at the stables?
Yes. Hofgreer took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
Yeah, so depending on how things go, but right now she is feeling cautious and protective
Got the coin?
and
Come to the
understanding
right place. Pull up a
that
People of Riften,
she doesn't want to go back
heed
to
my
prison
words.
in
Yeah.
any way.
What's your
Return of the
problem?
Dragons is not mere coincidence.
I wanted to talk to you about Shadra's debt.
I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story.
You and I both know this is a setup.
All right, all right. I guess I made enough from his shipment. No need to waste any more time threatening a stable hand. Tell Shadra he doesn't owe me anything. I hope we bump into each other again.
No need to use
Aw.
it as an excuse to harass
Yeah,
our
that's what high
customers.
speech can get for you.
Very well, Talon.
Look,
I'll
I
remove
already
myself
said
from
Shadra
this
doesn't
den
owe
of
me a thing,
iniquity.
so get off
Yeah,
my
I'm
back.
moving
We're not
away.
kicking
honey.
you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin
Your
in
allegiance
peace.
lies with the
Let us all
Empire.
sin in
We
peace.
haven't much to discuss.
Yeah, it's a really good way to put it. Just let us
Look,
all sin
I
in
already
peace.
said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
Well, leave me alone. You're the one that's bugging me. I'm across the room. I
Welcome
should
to
have
the Bee and
flawless
Barb, my lady.
amethysts to give to Talon
Is
Jay.
there something I can do for you?
How did you meet Karava?
I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting.
I have him right here.
I don't know what to say.
Look at his eyes bug out.
Such kindness is unheard of in these times. Here, I want you to accept this as payment for your
Yeah,
sacrifice.
that's kind of awesome.
And
I mean, Lizard out.
Well, we both
That might be
thank you.
racist. Anyway, I'm glad he's happy. What's on the menu? Oh, here we go. You mentioned you serve special drinks?
3, in fact. They're my
I love
own
that I just
recipe.
give him like 3
Brought them
flawless
over here from my
emeralds and he's
days
still
as
going
a
to charge me
bartender
for the
in
drinks,
Gideon.
but okay.
First is the Velvet Lachance,
But
which
the,
is a mixture of
museum
blackberry,
can use
honey,
these as,
spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly
exhibits.
safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujama.
What's on the menu?
Depends. Are you thirsty, hungry, both?
So I'm gonna buy those. The Fraser, Velvet Lachance, White Gold Tower. Okay. So as you can see, yeah, the museum will track those. In the icon, you see a little plus sign that I have it, but it isn't actually. You can see the trophy says I have it, but it isn't actually on display. That's the little plus sign. Okay.
If you'll excuse me.
Yeah,
I have other
coming
things to attend
into Riften is much more satisfying if your speech is up.
What do you need?
Yes?
Oh, and now they like me, so I
strange
can
is here
steal
too, huh?
everything.
If your
Yoink
allegiance
everything in the
lies with
place.
Empire, we haven't much to discuss.
Hey, Karava, I'm sorry for, like, threatening your family so many times. Okay. I think Brynjolf is usually in here now. If it was night, he would be.
Look, I already said
Oh.
Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so
I
get off my
think
back.
this is the added merchant.
Need something?
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
So just like, yeah, so this guy will sell, like, look at all the books he has for sale and all the stuff. It's like Parago very much. This is the added, I don't recall the exact name of the mod, but it's very helpful. It gives you an
All right, then.
overpowered merchant and trainer.
Need something?
In, so Xenia
Ours is to
and,
smile at
what was
your
his name?
passing.
Bjorn?
Yes.
Are in just about every inn.
Need something?
Major inn.
What do you need?
And she will train something. So she could train in one-handed weapons.
All right then.
Their models don't really match the upgraded models of everybody else, but it's an old
Welcome
mod.
to the Bee and Barb, milady. If I can interest you in one of
Little
our
dude.
special drinks,
I
you
just
let me
bought
know.
them. I bought like 9 special drinks. Like 45 seconds ago. Okay. Brynjolf isn't in here. I'm gonna turn him down. In fact, I'm gonna go back out this way so I don't even encounter him. I'm going to avoid trouble. Alright, I'm gonna scoot around the back.
Don't cross me, elf.
I won't! I'm gonna scoot around the back, go to Blackbriar Meadery, and buy the other special item.
I'm the brewmaster around here. What did you want?
Nothing. To be read immediately. Yeah, I sneak because many of these I have to steal. Notice to all employees. It's come to my attention that the last batch of Blackbriar Private Reserve was simply our standard Blackbriar mead placed in the incorrect bottles. We sold 6 cases of the Private Reserve recently, and they were all returned. To make amends, we've replaced the cases with the correct supply at our cost. Due to this blunder, the cost of those cases will be removed from this month's wages. In Darin. In Darin's a joke. I steal everything if it's written down. And you'll see, I'll just, like, even if something's free, I will sneak, like, before I read anything, because I never know if I'm going to have to steal it. Notice to all employees. Lady Blackbriar has requested that all employees be subject to random searches at my discretion. There's been a rash of missing mead barrels lately, and I won't tolerate it any longer. Any employee caught with merchandise belonging to Lady Blackbriar will be subject to immediate incarceration in Riften Jail. If you have any objections to this posting, feel free to remove yourself from the meadery permanently. In Darin. I think it's kind of a jerk. It's weird. They still think I need a Blackbriar mead, my auto loot, so it highlights every Blackbriar.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Allow
everything's
me
purple.
to recommend the Blackbriar mead, the purest brew in all of Skyrim.
Yeah.
We serve
purest.
only the best here. Blackbriar mead. May I get one for you?
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Alright. Blackbriar special. Permanently increases the duration of all alcohol effects by 100. Okay. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to buy some Clovian brandy because I've got so much money.
I realize whatever this is, it's bigger than anything I've felt before.
Okay, I haven't been back to the museum for a little while. So let's head back there. I know everybody's back from their quests. Yeah, I'm trying to anticipate the next quest line here. A priest shows up like right here when the next quest, and I know the last time he showed up I actually like physically ran away because I usually only come here when my character's like tired or hungry and thirsty, and sometimes she's like, I'm not doing that. So sometimes when you come to the museum and you're expecting to just, you know, basically file your life away, there may be a lengthy quest line ensuing. And yeah, that was my instinct last time, was when he started walking toward me, I literally just ran away. Yeah, see, I've put down some paintings, I don't see a single one. Hey, museum guard.
Wow.
Did you have a good day, not gonna lie?
A home that looked like that painting in the hallway.
Over the ages. The gamut from completely
Keep your
new to
distance.
unchanged.
Yeah, as you can see, the this display space has changed. Really cool. So I did read up on the hatchery. It should populate with fish, and the reason why you're able to go up into the aquarium...
He seems to keep an eye on things while we're out hunting for relics.
So it should populate with fish over time, and then, yeah, you can actually jump in and catch them. That's why it has stairs down into it. So I'll have to keep checking up on that. See if the fish arrive. But yeah, I do go to the Gallery of Natural Science just to look around. I love that room. I should plant some stuff up there just because it'll be pretty, even if I don't auto-loot it. This cracks me up because it's got like a broom as what's supposed to be like a paintbrush or something, I think. So someone took a shortcut and just used like a tiny, tiny little broom. And it looks as though they upgraded the painting art, which is nice. I used to have a replacer, which I can't use anymore. And one funny thing that you can choose in the Kaidan mod is have fan art of him all over the museum. I have not opted for that, but I think it's hilarious. Okay, getting up there in displays. Sometimes I talk to Kaidan in this room, but I try to, in a roleplay sense, it's an efficient use of time to ask him to rest, talk to him while things are sorting, but the conversations get interrupted more often here by, you know, game maintenance and telling me how many displays have gone on, and so in a more immersive sense, I'm going to try to speak to him when we are in a more roleplay space.
Why the fuck?
Okay.
Are you lugging all that shit around with you? Maybe you could lighten the load and sell some of it.
I'm gonna. Every Bethesda companion.
There you are. You're a hard one to find sometimes. A wonder that the courier manages.
A group of mercenaries came through town and sold their spoils, and my contacts informed me of a rare item amongst the haul. I thought you may want to use it, or perhaps place it on display.
Ah, good day, my friend.
Of course, all too happy to.
So I'm gonna ask him to display what he just gave me, because he's right here. Eidolon's Ward. Yeah, see, that's a really nice shield. Too bad I'm never gonna use it. I'm gonna see if there's anything else. No, it's pulled most things from my inventory. We're good. Okay.
Until we meet again.
Okay, so I should... Oh, yeah. I just made a Horn of Jurgen Windcaller replica. I'm going to display it. Oh, there's Kaidan. So I can tell him to go back out. Actually, you know, I'm not gonna, like, grab these guys one by one. I'm gonna try the new summon capability. In the guild house, see how it works. But first, Gallery of Natural Science. I wanna see fishies. I need some fish faith. And nothing. I'm so sad. It's been more than 3 days. Oh. Why? Oh, that makes me a little sad. Yeah, I should plant stuff, but it's a lot.
So, you know that slab of cheese you carry? When are you gonna shiv a slice and give me a piece, eh?
Is that supposed to be suggestive?
Aye.
Alright, baby, I'll give you some cheese. You want some cheese?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just your beast of burden, apparently.
Of course you are. Cheese. How much? Okay, what do you like? I'm gonna give you all my cheese wheels. I love you that much. Okay? Are we good?
All right.
Good. Just all right? No, it's excellent. Okay, he gets all my cheese.
I find the ancient Nordic Safa display fascinating.
Yeah, this one isn't. I mean,
Probably my
it's. All right. I might have to give up on the aquarium being a functional part of my museum.
I could do with a sip of that.
We're just gonna call this the water exhibit,
A good bit of ear
right?
now.
Look at all the water. Healthy plants, rocks. It's a water exhibit. It's worthy. Okay, Explorer Society. I am going to try their new feature, Gather Explorers. Do you want to call all the explorers to the guild house? Yes. Oh, nice. Okay, so they reset the whole thing and put everybody in front of you around the table. That's amazing. Okay.
So bad to say.
What
Alright,
time
Madras.
is it? I haven't seen the sky all day.
Now that's awesome. If you want to send these guys out on missions, that is a great. I'm so used to.
Farewell.
Oh, I didn't actually ask him to do it. I got so enthusiastic.
Yes. What is it? Fantastic then.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask all these guys to go out and.
Sure. What can I help you with?
Kyr, his other
good. I'll be back in a
abilities,
few
I
days.
think he can refine ore into gems. I mean, he's a miner.
How can this one help?
I have some ruined books for you.
Ah, excellent. Let's see what you have
So I
found.
loot all burned and ruined books to
good,
give
good.
to her, which
It
she
will take
mentioned
some
she'd be
time to
able to
decipher
make new
these.
things from.
Come back tomorrow and Latoria will let you know what she has found.
This quest can bug because it can just tell you, go back to Latoria, go back to Latoria, you should go
What
back
can
to Latoria.
Latoria do for you,
Please shut up.
Guildmaster?
And put a persistent quest marker that you can't make go away. I have a job for you.
What do you want?
I'd like you to go out and
Of course,
excavate.
Guildmaster.
Okay. Taro.
Well met.
Mm-hmm. All right, then.
Patera will also speak to you about potential excavations that are going to
friend.
happen, which are quest lines here.
Much better here at the guild. I'm preparing to join in on the next excavation, and it's much more interesting to be sure.
Yeah, so they're going to just talk about how excited they
Goodbye,
are.
Guildmaster.
That's cool. Alright, so they went out and got stuff. And as you can see, it's, you know, a bit of money, a bunch of keystones.
Remember to put in the
Sometimes there can be relics in there.
There's a woman who's spiteful and mean, and the most paranoid I've ever seen. She may have a past, but she's a pain in the ass. She's a horn stealer known as Delphine.
We're making up lyrics for people we don't like. That's awesome. Okay, so I have sent everybody out. That's very cool. I like that. That's new. And apparently, I could bring people from all over. I mean, I could bring in massive hordes of relics if I wanted. But right now, it would get a little crowded. I'm just going to keep these guys and not risk screwing up vanilla follower scripting. Alright. Alright. Yeah, sometimes the followers don't make it to the safe house. Alright, Kaidan isn't here. If he's here in the morning, I'll talk to him right now. I'm going to deposit the books I've already read. Slaya's just feeling a little contemplative. A little worried. Some of these say they were read, but I don't think I've read some of them. I think some of them opened, and then I escaped out. I didn't actually read them. Yeah, you see the recipe for colored bags. So I'll show you. These drop as items. You can also buy them at vendors. And if you have one in your inventory, it will tell you how to make one of different color. It's a good mod that just puts a bag in your inventory that you can use. So it's really good for if you're not using a lot of inventory mods. And you can also like put them on the ground. So you could drop the bags you know, at a crafting station. I keep having this argument with Sky Shard's configurator. It shows up in your inventory at the beginning of the game, and I keep storing it, and it keeps coming back. So I probably have like 15 in here. Let's look. Yeah, I've got 5 Sky Shards configurators because I keep storing them, and then it decides I can't live without one and puts one directly back in my inventory. Alright, since my next step is going to be going to the... Oh, there he is. Hi, honey. My next step is going to be going to the Solitude and then to the embassy. Not looking forward to it. I'm gonna have a glass of wine. And I'm gonna read a book. It will not let me drink while I'm sitting. Well, I'm determined. Wow, Miko, that was a lot. I'm determined. Alright. Vaguely drunk. Gonna do what I want to do. Read a book in front of my fire. It's beautiful. A Dance in the Fire, Volume 3. So we don't have 2. I'm gonna wait till we get 2. And we need 2, 3. We need 2 and 5. Okay, so we're gonna read A Dream of Sovngarde. A Dream of Sovngarde. No, I don't really... Women don't really dream of going to Sovngarde because traditionally in Nordic anything, the women were just basically the maids and the whores in the afterlife, so it doesn't have really, like, heroic associations with me. I understand it's changed in this game, maybe somewhat at least. There is a female warrior there. The woman at Sovngarde is voiced by Linda Carter, who does the, 1970s original Wonder Woman, and she also voices Azura. She also voices Azura in Elder Scrolls Online. In a few hours, I will likely be dead. My men and I, Nords of Skyrim all, will soon join with the Emperor's legions to attack the Imperial City. The Aldmeri are entrenched within, and our losses will be severe. It is a desperate gambit, for if we do not reclaim the city, we will lose the war. Last night I prayed to mighty Talos for courage and strength in the battle to come. In these last cold hours before the sun rises, I sit down to write this account of a dream I had not long after. I believe this dream was the answer to my prayers, and I would pass along the wisdom it contained to my kinsmen, for the battles they will fight in the years after my passing. In the dream, I walked through mists toward the sound of laughter, merriment, and the songs of the north. The mists soon cleared, and before me lay a great chasm. Water thundered over its brim, and so deep it was, I could not see the bottom. A great bridge made of all whalebone was the only means to cross, and so I took it. Oh, that's whalebone. I thought it was dragonbone. Okay. It was only a few steps onto the bridge that I encountered a warrior, grim and strong. "I am Tsun, master of trials," he said to me, his voice booming and echoing upon the walls of the high mountains all around us. With a wave, he bade me pass on. I knew in my heart that I was granted passage only because I was a visitor. Should the hour come when I return here after my mortal life, the legends say that I must best this dread warrior in single combat. Beyond the bridge, a great stone longhouse rose up before me, so tall as to nearly touch the clouds. Though it took all my strength, I pushed open the towering oaken door and beheld the torch-lit feast hall. Here were assembled the greatest heroes of the Nords, all drinking mead poured from great kegs and singing battle songs. Suckling pigs turned on a long iron spit over a roaring fire. My mouth watered at the smell of roast meat, and my heart was glad to hear the songs of old. "Come forth!" cried a hoary man who sat upon a high wooden chair. Okay, it's not spelled in a way as though he had whores on his lap. It just means he's, okay. This I knew to be Ysgramor, father of Skyrim and the Nords. I approached and knelt before him. "You find yourself in Sovngarde, Hall of the Honored Dead. Now what would you have of me, son of the North?" "I seek counsel. For tomorrow we fight a desperate battle, and my heart is full of fear." Ysgramor raised his tankard to his lips and drank until the cup was empty. Then he spoke once more. Remember this always, son of the North. A Nord is judged not by the manner in which he lived, but the manner in which he died. With that, he cast aside his flagon, raised his fist in the air, and roared a great cheer. The other heroes rose to their feet and cheered in answer. The sound still rang in my ears when I awoke. I gathered my men and told them of my vision. The words seemed to fill their hearts with courage. The horns are blowing, and the banners are raised. The time has come to muster. May Talos grant us victory this day, and if I am found worthy, may I once again look upon that great feast hall. Skyrim Freewinter. Okay, we're slowly filling it up with stuff that we've read.
You are a good boy, Miko.
She's sad that Kaidan is sad. She knows how much a past can burden you. And how much you might not want to share it. Because you don't want to burden the one you love, and if you don't tell them, they think you're holding back.
What do you need?
Can I ask you something about the Blooded Dawn?
It's a long story. Might explain when we find some place to rest.
Let's rest here.
Fine home you have here.
It's our home.
What do you need?
The Blooded Dawn. They worshipped Mirror's Dagon, didn't they?
Pieced it all together, have you? Aye. They followed his doctrine, and for a time so did I. Believe me when I say it's part of my past I'd rather forget.
This sounds like something I need to know about.
I shouldn't be keeping secrets from you, I know. Before I say anything, just know I'm a different person now. Or I'm trying to be. That life, I've left it far behind, so what do you need to know?
Tell me about their doctrine.
Mehrunes Dagon rules over destruction, change and revolution. The Blooded Dawn believe this a necessary evil. Fires that purge the old to make way for the new. The weak are hunted to make room for the strong. The only way to know the true self was through suffering and violence. They saw beauty in torture and death that could rival the Dark Brotherhood. The truth was that they were just violent people, willing to justify what we did to others around us. Then there was one night where I just couldn't justify it anymore.
What happened?
The farm happened. It was a small estate outside Leawill. We were raiding it for supplies, but everyone just got out of control. The things that were done to that family. I wish I could forget it, but perhaps I don't deserve to. Night after night, I couldn't get their screams out of my mind till the only thing I could think to do was, destroy the cult itself.
That's how you got away?
Aye. Sort of. It didn't go exactly as planned, you see. I had a woman at the time, Rosalind. She was the clan's priestess. Very talented in conjuration magic. I didn't want her to die with the rest of them, and I thought she'd be on my side. Stupidest assumption I'd ever made. I wanted to know if her magic could make me stronger. She said it could. Well, she turned her magic against me instead. When someone you think you love tries to burn you alive in the fires of oblivion, and summons Demora to tear the flesh from your bones, it tends to change how you see them. The hideout was destroyed in the fight. I don't know if anyone survived it.
So this is why you hate magic.
Yeah. It might be a cause of a few prejudices.
I can see why you wouldn't want to say anything.
Aye. All the same, I'm sorry I kept it from you.
So she's feeling massively guilty. Because she's never going to get the chance to tell him about herself. Let's talk of something else.
Aye. Alright.
Okay,
Aye.
I don't want to initiate conversations while he's sitting, because it can really screw up the animations if they end up having one.
Oh, this is just what I need right now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna let you sit, sweetheart. She's tired and sad and guilty. She knows she's doing the right thing. She doesn't want to make any of this about her. She knows how awful he would feel. If he felt she were toying with him, which of course she is. No way around it. She's gonna wonder if she's keeping him like a pet the way she is Ironclaw. Just because he's adorable. Yes, dragon language, myth no more. She knows the book's right there. It's been right there the whole time. In fact, it's on his side of the bed. He could have picked it up any time, and he didn't. So... what was that? Oh, sleep. Yeah, sleep bed. She's got an achievement reward, but she doesn't feel very accomplished. Time to sleep. Celea spent a difficult night, unable to sleep, overslept. Ironclaw just gave her some gold, some iron. The time she passed. She keeps on coming back to the same answers. She looks around at the shelves that are getting filled. Knows everybody can eat well. Look at all the food. All the housewares, all the things that are filling in. She can't tell him the truth, but she can take care of him. She can't explain to a cat or a dog who she is, but she can take care of him.
I wonder if there's anyone here that likes flowers.
Be careful. You keep giving me flowers and I might start having ideas.
Is that supposed to be an incentive or a deterrent, Dragonborn?
I suppose the answer depends on you.
Careful, Dragonborn. That answer might start giving me ideas.
So in the end, she has chosen who she's going to be.
Hey there, stranger.
Why she's going to be. And that's all she has. Her choices. She can't choose to let them go. I'd like to hear more about your time with the Blooded Dawn.
It sounds mad when I say it now, but I was happy when I first joined the Blooded Dawn. They praised me at every turn. It made me feel like I was part of something important. I just couldn't see past my damned ego. Maruna's Dagon required blood sacrifices to prove our loyalty. Sometimes before, with women. Some of the men in the cult, I never participated, you understand? But I stood by while it happened, and I did nothing to stop it. I would kill a man every now and then, and I told myself I was keeping order. And other lies to help myself sleep before the drink washed away the rest of my conscience. And Rosalind, she encouraged it. Took a kind of sick satisfaction in seeing others humbled, humiliated, or killed. She tried to get me to join in. Said I should prove myself a man and be the stronger for it. I see now we were barely even human. Bad memories.
Fortunately, it seems very
you understand?
Human. I understand. Thanks for telling me more, Kaidan.
I'll tell you the rest another time, alright? How can I be of service?
Come on, we've got stuff to do.
We better get our asses in action then, eh?
She doesn't really want to hear the rest of it right now. She can't stand it. And it wouldn't be unburdening him to ask him either. He's got a pet Miko. A pet Ironclaw. Hope she doesn't get Kaidan killed.
Who's a good boy?
Well, her hard work has given her nearly 250,000
You're a
symptoms.
good boy. Yes, you are.
Time to start putting some in the treasury. Just gonna put about 100,000 in, about half. She knows the room is gonna fill up with plunder. Yeah. It's cold. It's shiny. Pretty meaningless. But it is better than an empty room, isn't it? If she wanted to, she could turn this room into a prison. Put a little bed over here. Crawl into the sun. And sleep, huh? But the best meaning in her life is that she'd be missed. Alright. Let's go get better at convincing people to do what she wants, because she's gonna need that. With her hard-earned money, she's gonna make sure that people believe her. She doesn't want Kaidan to catch her in a lie. So speech is something she needs. She knows just how to do it. Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleya loves apple pies.